Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out at Petersen's Bow Hunting. You know, it's always an exciting time when you have new bow launches, and today I'm thrilled to be able to give you a first look at the 2022 V3X from Mathews. You know, last year for 2021, Mathews launched the V3, a great bow, super stable, super accurate, super quiet. And they are kicking it up by adding an X factor for 2022 by not only making some enhancements to this bow, but introducing a series of accessories that are really going to complement this shooting platform. So the V3X is going to be available in two versions for 2022, and this bow that you see right here is the V3X29 in a new finish option that Mathews is offering called Granite. And I don't know about you, but I think it looks pretty darn sharp. I'm going to run through the specs on this V3X29, and then I'm going to run through the specs on the other version that's available, which is the V3X33. So first, for the V3X29, you've got a 6-inch brace height, an IBO speed rating of 340 feet per second. Axle to axle length, obviously, as the name would imply, 29 inches. Peak draw weights of 60, 65, 70, or 75 pounds. Draw length range on this bow, 25.5 to 30 inches. Let off is adjustable at 80 or 85%. You've got a mass weight on this bow of 4.47 pounds and an MSRP on the V3X29 of $1,199. Next, the V3X33. All right, that's going to be a little bit longer bow, 33 inches axle to axle. You're going to have a 6.5-inch brace height on that bow, a speed rating of 336 feet per second, peak draw weights of 60, 65, 70, or 75 pounds, draw lengths of 27 to 31.5 inches. Again, you've got your adjustable draw let-off rather of 80 or 85%. Mass weight on the V3X33 is 4.67 pounds, and your price on that model is $12.99. Both of these bows feature the cross-centric cam with switch weight technology that allows you to change your peak draw weight simply by switching out some mods on the cams. You've also got the longest riser to axle ratio in Mathews history. Mathews continues to design these really long risers that are almost as long, again, as your cam distances are from one another. That just creates an extremely stable platform, very, very consistent in your shooting, and so you get those really nice groups downrange, not a lot of torque and twist in the system, and there are a lot of benefits there. So again, if you're familiar with the V3 from 2021, you're going to see a lot of similarities with the V3X for 2022 with several new twists or X factors, and that's what we're going to talk about next. So this year, one of the big things that Mathews has done is they've integrated accessories designed specifically to work with the V3X to create a shooting system that complements itself and really, really syncs together nicely. Mathews integrated something they're calling Bridgelock technology for sights on the V3X, and they partnered with Excel to create this Bridgelock 5-pin sight that is designed to mount directly into the riser of the bow. So this is really, really neat. As you can see, it's got a dovetail mount, and you just go ahead and it slides right into the bow just like that. Completely seamless attachment. There's one set screw here in the riser that you just go ahead and tighten up, and that's all there is to mounting this sight. Completely secure, no slop play whatsoever, and it eliminates, of course, you've got your screws for other sights, your traditional sight mounting, but that eliminates the need for that. It also gives you perfect first axis alignment just because of the way that it integrates into the riser. Then you've also got second and third axis adjustment on here, micro adjustment for your individual pins, micro gang adjustments for your windage and elevation, pretty much everything you could want in a hunting sight there with that Bridgelock technology. That's really, really cool. Okay, a couple more things about this Bridgelock Sight. I really like that mounting. It's got a rheostat dial here where you can actually change where the light hits your fibers to adjust the brightness of your pins. That's really, really interesting as well. And I wanted to let you guys know the retail on this sight. It's $349.99. That's the Bridgelock 5-pin sight partnership between Mathews and Axcel, new for 2022. The next accessory that I wanted to discuss with you is a new line of quivers that Mathews has developed. These are called the LowPro Quivers, and it's available in two models, a detachable version that I've got right here in my hand, as well as a fixed two-piece version that I'll show you in a moment. These quivers are really neat. They're designed to work with the geometry of the V3X, give you great balance, and they sit super, super tight to the bow. This is actually a right-handed model, and for those of you who haven't noticed already, I'm a lefty. I've got a left-handed bow here in the vise. My left-handed quiver is on the way, but I can show you how these operate with this right-handed model. Basically, there's two brackets that attach to the riser, one at the top, one at the bottom. There's a little knob, if you will, on the back of the quiver that just slides into that bracket, and then the bottom comes right into the bottom bracket and locks into place with a lever like that, and you can just go ahead and put your arrows right in. That's the LowPro quiver. I give credit where credit is due. You think about kind of tight spot quivers, which has built a big following over the years, really big on getting those arrows super close, and these LowPros accomplish much the same thing, but in a way that completely seamlessly integrates into this V3X. And again, you know, a lot like that sight, innovation, more innovation here, and when you start to add this whole package together, it's really neat. All right, so I mentioned the quivers available in two models. I just wanted to show you guys real quickly. This is your fixed quiver. Okay, so you basically have one piece that mounts on the top, the other piece will mount on the bottom. That's your fixed option. And again, this, as I demonstrated, is your detachable quiver. Prices on these is $199.99 for the fixed quiver. It's a 6-arrow, and then you've got the detachable, which is a 5-arrow quiver, for $249.99. Last, but certainly not least, of the 3 brand new accessories that Mathews has brought out for 2022 to work with the V3X is this little cable that I have in my hand that Mathews is calling the SAS, or Stay Afield system. This cable, which costs you just under $40, $39.99, you can store it in this little plastic pouch and slip this in your backpack. It weighs basically nothing. And there's a little instruction card here, and it tells you how to use this cable to lock your bow up in the field and put the tension on this cable without a bow press to relax the tension from the bowstring and the cables here, so that if you have an accident in the field and you need to replace your cables or your bowstring, you can do that with this SAS system and without having to leave the field and head to a pro shop and take some precious time away from your hunt. So if you're a backcountry hunter, a western hunter, somebody that just wants to be prepared for all eventualities, you've got this SAS option, and hold that in your pack. Hopefully you never need it, but if you do, the Stay Afield system will do exactly that and keep you in the field. All right, guys, so that's a basic overview of the V3X, all right? Lots going on here, and I personally love the way Mathews is building on the quality of the bow platform that they designed with the V3, and now they're pairing these accessories. And when you think about it, right, it's not just the new quiver, not just the new Bridgelock Sight. You go back a couple years to other new innovations that have come to market, right? You've got this dovetail mount to accept the integrate arrow rests from QAD. And you start to get this whole package where it's just like, man, the whole thing from top to bottom fits together seamlessly. And what I want to know, what all you guys want to know is, well, how does it shoot? So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to take this out of the vise, shoot it a few times, give you my first impressions of the bow, let you guys hear the sound of the shot. One thing I can tell you, that was a very smooth draw. Hopefully you saw how easy that was for me to get it back. I'm just going to go ahead and take aim, and I'll be quiet as I pull through the shot so you guys can hear this. There's not much there, guys. I mean, I'm telling you, it was quiet. I hope it I don't know what it sounded like on the film, but it's quiet. And as far as shock, you know, I've got one of the Mathews flatline stabilizers on here. You know, with the nano harmonic stabilizer, really takes the shock out of this. Again, super smooth on the draw. It's, you know, it's not absolutely rock solid, okay, on the back wall, but it's not spongy either. I'd say it's firm to very firm with just a little bit of give if I really yank in. Again, I'm going to settle in, take my aim, pull through the shot, and again, there's not much there, guys. On the follow through, the bow's just going to want to tip forward a little bit in your hand. Obviously, you're going to hold on to it, but that's kind of the way that the bow would want to go as you let it fall away. Let's give it one more shot here. And I gotta say, you know, there's a lot of great bows out there. I already told you at the beginning of this, you know, I really liked my V3 here this year in 2021. Had some great success in the field with it. And I mean, this V3X, this is gonna be another winner in 2022. Just really smooth, really quiet, really comfortable in my hand. I like the grip. Honestly, you know, obviously I've got to get this completely dialed in for me. That peep sight needs to be moved up a little bit for my form, and I'm going to have to get these pins set at typical hunting distances and really get some more experience with this. But just as far as a first impression goes, it's hard to beat what I'm experiencing here. And if you're interested in more in-depth coverage on the V3X, you gotta go to bowhuntingmag.com, because field editor John Silks has an in-depth review that we've got posted right now. So jump over to the website, dive in a little deeper with the Mathews V3X, new for 22, and I wish you guys all the best out in the field.